Arithmetic sequences. Now, an arithmetic sequence is one that we are either adding or subtracting a constant term, which they classify as D. So that's the extra bit. If we want to find the general rule for an arithmetic sequence, then we use this rule here. T of n equals a plus n minus 1d. D is the common difference, a is the first term. And we can find D, the common difference, by subtracting the second term, which is 5, from this example, from the 2, and we get 3, and they should all be the same. 17 minus 14 equals 3, so it doesn't matter where you do it. Okay? Example 9. Find the 10th term of the arithmetic sequence, -1, -4, -1, 2, and 5. So we know our first term is -4, and we can work out our difference. You don't have to do all the working out. -1 minus -4 becomes +4, so D equals 3. The general rule, T of n equals A plus n minus 1D. So T of n, or T of 10, just because we've got to work that out, becomes -4 plus n is 10 minus 1 times 3. So we got -4 plus, well, that's 9, 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 3s are 27, and we end up getting 23. Example 10, if 41 is the nth term in the arithmetic sequence, find the value of n. So we know our A equals -4, our D still equals 3 because it's the same as example 9. We know that T of n equals A plus n minus 1D. And we know that this actually equals, I'm going to put colon here, 41 because they tell us that. So A is -4 plus n minus 1 times my 3 equals 41. Add the 1, so I've got 3n minus 1 equals 45. Divide by 3, so I get n minus 1 equals 15. Add the 1, n equals 16. Example 11. The 12th term in our arithmetic sequence is 9. 25th term is 100. Find A and D, and hence find the 8th term. So again, the general rule, T of n equals A plus D n minus 1. This time I know that the 12th term equals 9. So the 12th term, if I put n equal to 12, I get A plus 12 minus 1, 11D equals 9. And I also have T of the 25th term, so I get A plus 25 minus 1 is 24D equals 100. And now I'm going to label these because I have two equations and two unknowns. And I'm going to do number 2, take away number 1, solve them quickly. So 24 minus 11 gives me 13D equals 91. And when I work out my D, I get 7. And then I can substitute that into number 1, and I get A plus 11 times 7 equals 9. And when I work this out, I get A equals -68. So I found my general term, -68 plus 7, n minus 1. I need T of 8. So I get -68 plus 7. 8 minus 1 is 7, so 7 times 7. Working this out, I get -19 for T of 8. Example 12. National Park has a series of huts along one of its mountain trails. The first hut is 5 kilometers from the start of the trail, the second is 8 kilometers from the start, and the third is 11 kilometers, and so on. How far from the start of the trail is the 6th hut? If I look at this, I've got T of 6 is what I need to find. I've got my first start, it's 5. They had it right there, first hut is 5. And I have plus my 5, because my times 3, my D is 3, because it's going 5, 8, 11, so 5 is A, and D equals 8. Oops, D equals 3. So working this one out, I get 5 plus 15, which means T of 6 is 20. And B, how far is it from the 6th hut to the 12th hut? Well, let's work out T of 12. So I get 5 plus 11 times 3, and you can do all that working out, gives me 38. Now from the 6th to the 12th, I just take the 2 away. So I've got 38 minus 20, which gives me 18, and it was 18, it's in kilometres, so I better write 18 kilometres. Arithmetic mean. Okay, there's a rule to find the mean. The mean is when you add the 2 up and divide by 2. So the middle of them, you know what the mean should be anyway.